Oh, good. Okay. All right, so we will go ahead and get started. My name is Tori. If I've never met you before, we'll go through a slow flow vinyasa today. So let's get started just in a seated position. So you can go ahead and close your eyes. Real quick, can everybody hear me? Can anybody not hear me? Good, okay, it's all thumbs up. Cool. Trying out a new space today. So go ahead and close your eyes. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. Let the hands rest wherever they're comfortable. Go ahead and start right off by taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just continue this on your own. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. See if you can listen to the sound of your own breath. Listening to this wave-like sound move in and out of the body. Feel yourself release, often relax just a little bit more with every breath that you take. Just taking this time first to be still, maybe to reflect on your day. Just notice what's coming to surface, if anything. Notice what is necessary and what you can let go of. As you breathe in, feel the chest lift, the belly expand. As you breathe out, softening, feeling it all sink back in. Eyes can be open or closed here. As you breathe in, just go ahead and extend those arms up overhead. Palms can face each other or touch. Shoulders soft. And just feel this extension through the fingertips. The sense of grounding through the sit bones. The sense of reaching through the hands, the crown of the head. And then exhale, flip the palms, let those hands come down wide by the sides. Tiptoe the fingertips out, tuck the chin to the chest. And allow that right ear to come to the right shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. And left ear to the left shoulder. And chin to chest. Bring the head back up to neutral. Start to bring that right hand over to the left knee and bring that left hand slightly behind you. So we're still keeping this length in the spine. Just the most gentle twist. Maybe that gaze extending over that left shoulder. And then allow that right hand to stay grounded. Start to lift the left arm up and then just reach across towards the right side. Slowly bring left hand to the right knee so the chest is facing forward again. And go ahead and lift the spine up as you bring the hands maybe to the shoulders, the backs of the hands or the palms. Let the spine stay long as you breathe in, just find a lift. Exhale here, curve the spine. Let those elbows or hands come down. And again, breathe in, lift. Exhale, hinge. So finding our eagle arms, a cat and cow spine. One more time, lifting up. And slow lower. As you bring the spine up to neutral, unravel those arms, tiptoe them behind you, lift the chest. Just breathe here. And then slowly switch the way those legs are crossed. Regrounding the sit bones. Tiptoe those fingertips out wide again, tuck the chin to the chest. And we'll start with the left here, so left ear to left shoulder. And chin to chest, moving with your breath. Right ear to right shoulder. And chin to chest. Bring the head back up to neutral. Left hand over towards that right knee. Start to sweep that right hand behind you. Fingertips gently grazing the mat. Lengthening through the spine. Crown of the head reaches. Maybe that gaze comes over the right shoulder. Left hand will stay grounded here. Reach that right arm up and you can just hang out here or come into a little side bend. And then left hand down toward, or right hand down to the left knee. Extend the spine back so the hands touch, or maybe those hands come to shoulders. Breathe in, lift the chest. Exhale, hinge elbows or hands, come down, curve the spine. And we'll move like this. Inhale, lifting, opening through the heart. Exhale, hinging. One more time, lifting up. And lower down. Spine comes back up, unwrap the arms, bring them down to the knees, bring the palms face down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Let's go ahead and extend those legs straight out in front of you, but actually keep a little bend in the knees. Let's flex the feet and just extend those arms all the way up. And hinging from the hips, keeping this line from fingertip to hip, go ahead and begin to hinge slightly. Full breath. Exhale, release over those legs, belly to the thighs, let the hands come down. And then slide those hands back up towards you, roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest here. And breathe. And then slowly unravel here. And let's work our way onto all fours. Coming to tabletop. Spreading wide through those fingers, knees, hips distance apart. And we'll begin to warm up the wrists here. So hinging forward, shoulders over the wrists. And slowly coming back almost to a child's pose. And then breathe in, coming back up. Stay grounded through the hands. Exhale, coming back, almost child's pose. One more time, coming up here. And then let's come all the way back to child's pose. So if you want to bring the knees a little wider, feel free. And then just let that chest melt down. Maybe the forehead touches the mat, maybe not. And slowly bring the hands over to the right side of your mat. Allow the hips to stay level. And then coming back through center over to the left. And come back to center, back up to all fours, so knees underneath the hips if they're wide. Moving into cat and cow here, breathe in, belly drops, heart opens, gaze lifts. Exhale, dome the spine, drop the head. And again, breathe in, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, reverse. 2 more here, belly drops, heart open. Exhale, dome the spine, drop the head. Last breath in. And out. Come back to your flat back here. Breath in, we'll bring that right arm out to the side. As you exhale, thread it through the space between left arm and leg. Maybe that hand just stops halfway, or you can drop that shoulder towards the mat. That left palm can stay grounded or can extend out in front of you. Just breathing into twist. Re-grounding through that left hand, come up to all fours, shake it out a little bit, rock the hips, cat and cow, whatever movements feel good. And then we'll bring that left arm out to the side, thread it through, maybe the fingertips just rest on the mat, or you come all the way, bringing shoulder towards the mat, whatever's comfortable for you in this moment. Pressing through that right hand, finding tabletop again. Rock those hips one more time. And then we'll come into our first downward dog. So you can tuck the toes, lift the hips. And maybe staying still here or beginning to pedal out those legs, bending one knee after the other. Just start to bring some movement, make some space. Loosen up through the legs. Eventually finding stillness in your downward dog. Just breathe here. Next breath in, lift that right leg up. Keep the hips square to the ground here. Let that left heel sink a little bit deeper. And then maybe start to stack right hip on top of left. Maybe bending into that right knee, grounding equally through the hands. And then straighten the leg, square off the hip, lower downward dog. Breathe in, ride forward high plank. Drop the knees, chest and chin. Untuck the toes, one cobra here, lift head, neck, and chest. And slow lower. Pressing into those hands, go ahead and find tabletop and then tuck the toes, lift the hips. From here, we'll lift that left leg up. Again, keeping hips square to the ground here to start, right heel sinks deeper. And then maybe starting to stack left hip on top of right, bending into that knee. Straighten the leg, square off the hip, lower downward dog. Inhale, forward high plank. Knees drop, chest and chin lower. Untop the toes, lift head, neck, and chest. Fingertips light and slow lowering. Find tabletop. From there, tuck the toes, lift the hips. And then go ahead and bend into those knees, gaze between the hands, walk the feet to the top of the mat. Lift to your flat back, finding length, hands to the shins or thighs. Exhale, fold. 2 more times, breathe in, flat back, tabletop spine. Exhale, fold. Last time, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, tiniest little bend, the head is heavy. And slowly inch your way up to standing. Head will be the last thing to rise. Once you're there, rolling the shoulders back and finding your mountain pose. Close the eyes. Maybe lift all 10 toes, spread them as wide as you can, root them down one by one. Feel the arches engage, those palms hang above the sides. And then inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold. Keep a soft bend in the knees. Lift halfway. And fold, just hang here. Head will hang heavy. Arms can hang or come to elbows. Maybe blocks if you have them. And just shake the head no. And shake the head yes. Feeling all this tension in the upper body begin to release as you just hang effortlessly. Gravity doing all the work for you here. We'll all find our flat back. Lengthen. Hands to those ground or block. Step that right foot back. Coming to a lunge here. So left knee tracking over that left ankle, back heel lifted. Full breath. And plant the hands, step it back, downward dog. Breathe in, ride forward, high plank. Option to drop the knees or lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, hinging back, downward dog. When you're ready, left leg lifts. And knee to the nose. Place that foot next to the left thumb. Help it up if you need. Let's let the right hand stay grounded. Start to lift that left arm up, coming into twist. Exhale, left hand down. Step or slide that right foot up to meet the left. Breathe in, arms sweep all the way up overhead. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Lift halfway. Plant those hands, step the left foot back. Finding that lunge, right knee tracks over that right ankle, grounding through the foot, full breath in. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe in, ride forward. Exhale, lower, your choice. Moving through Vinyasa. Meeting in downward dog. When you're ready, right leg lifts. Knee to the nose, place that foot next to the right thumb. Left hand stays grounded, lift the right arm up, coming into twist. And lower. Left foot up to meet the right. Breathe in, arms sweep. Exhale, mountain pose, hands by the sides. Again, sweep the arms, maybe let the gaze lift. And then exhale, fold forward. Lift halfway. Plant the hands, step both feet back, high plank. Exhale, lower, knees up or down. Moving through Vinyasa or feeling free to skip at any time. When you are ready, right leg lifts. And knee to the nose, place that foot next to the right thumb. Let the back heel lower and lift to airplane arms. Feel those shoulder blades hug together so the chest opens, those arms extend. Breathe in, sweep the arms, warrior one. Bending into that right knee, hips face forward. If you need to bring that right foot wide, go for it. Soften through the shoulders. We're gonna find those eagle arms again. So bring that right arm underneath the left, touching shoulders, backs of the hands or palms. And again, breathe in, lift. Exhale, elbows or hands towards that front knee. Two more like this with the breath. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge. Here we'll lift all the way up, unwrap the arms, extend the arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Go ahead and spin that back heel up and just straighten that front leg and fold. Keep the right knee soft so we're straightening, but we're not locking through the knee. And then gently go ahead and bend into that right knee. Ground the hands down, step it back, three-legged dog. And then go ahead and stack right hip on top of left, bending into the right knee. Straighten the leg, square off the hip, lower downward dog. Ride forward to your high plank and take your vinyasa. Inhale, left leg lifts. And knee to the nose, place that foot. Help it up if you need, grab hold of that shin. Back heel spins down at an angle as you lift up, airplane arms again. So using this setup to just find some strength in the legs. And then as you breathe in, coming all the way up, warrior one. Settle in here for a moment, so find strength through both legs. Feel those hips face forward. Soften through the shoulders. And then left arm will come underneath the right, touching shoulders, backs of the hands or palms. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms. Exhale, hinge forward. And again, breathe in, lift. On your exhale, coming forward. One more time. Last hinge here. As you lift the spine, unwrap the arms, reach them overhead. And then hands gently touch the mat. Back heel spins up, straightening through that front leg, just fold. Bending through that left knee, ground those hands down, step it back, three-legged dog, left leg lifts. And then maybe stacking left hip on top of right, bending into the knee. Straighten the leg, square off the hip, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Option to drop the knees or lower chaturanga. Inhale, your choice of back bend. Exhale, brings you back, downward dog. And just hold this downward dog for a moment. And then go ahead and take a bend in the knees, gaze between the hands, step the feet top of the mat. Lift right up to your flat back, and then folding back down. We'll come into chair here, so knees bend, hips drop, sweep those fingertips along the ground, come right up from there. So a deep bend in the knees. See if you can see those toes over the knees, wiggle the toes. And then bring hands to heart center. Challenge that strength in the whole body. Feel the legs firing up. And then let's go ahead and step or slide the right foot back. Back heel spins down. Open up, warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse. Left arm reaches. Right hand slides down the back leg, maybe behind the back. And then straighten the front leg. This left hip is going to cut under as the right arm pulls forward. And then we'll come down into triangle. So focus on lifting the chest, that right shoulder opening, the side body opening. That left hand just ends up wherever it reaches when you can keep that opening. We'll slowly lift back up. Keep that front leg straight. Rotate left toe, same direction as the right. Leading with the chest, fold forward, hands come to the ground. They can hover, you can come to opposite elbows or utilize props if you have them. And just release into this wide legged forward fold. Let's walk the hands over to the left foot. Feel free to stay just like this, or let those left toes point towards the corner of the mat. Maybe you bend into that left knee. Right toes can spin up. And you can stay with hands on the ground, or bring those hands to heart center. We'll all bring those hands back down to the ground if they're lifted. Take it to the other side. Coming through, wide-legged forward fold. Right toes point towards the corner of the mat. Bend that knee. Maybe you come up on those right toes as the left heel spins up. And again, hands can stay or come to heart center. Feel free to just stay with both legs straight, just walking over to the right side if that's accessible for you. And we'll come back to center. So here, feel free to just move side to side, walking right and left, or take that same movement. Maybe you practice balance by not bringing those hands down to the ground, so just moving back and forth. Utilize those hands. Take the bend in the knees out, if that's more comfortable. Just move side to side a few times on your own in either variation. After you've balanced out the two sides of the body, go ahead and return to center. Hands below the face. And then we'll start to walk the hands over to the left foot. Left toes will point to the front of the room. Back heel spins up. Step it back, downward dog. Breathe in, ride forward, high plank. And exhale, vinyasa. Meeting in downward dog. Bend into those knees, gaze between the hands, step the feet top of the mat. Lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Let's find our chair pose. So deep bend in the knees. Again, those fingertips skim the ground. Come right up from there. So if you reach down, you can still touch the mat. Hands come to heart center. Sink a little bit deeper. Send the weight to the right foot. Step or slide left foot back. Back heel spins down. Open up, warrior two. Split the front palm. Reverse. That left hand slides down the back leg, maybe reaches behind the back towards that right thigh. We're still grounded equally through both feet. Still bend through that right knee. And if you're taking this bind, go ahead and unwind. Straighten the front leg, setting up for triangle. So hip cut under as the arm pulls forward, rotating right down from there. And slowly coming up. We're gonna point both toes towards the corners of the mat and take a deep bend in both knees. Coming to goalpost arms or finding your goddess pose. Let's find some movement here. So as you breathe in, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, coming back down. And again. Exhale, coming down, holding here. Feel those shoulder blades come together. Belly button in towards the spine, grounding through the feet, hands engaged, everything working. And then go ahead and straighten the legs. Hands come by the sides. Rotate the toes to point in the same direction. Interlace the hands behind you and then leading with the chest. Fold forward. If this is too much on the shoulders, lift to your flat back. Release those hands beneath the face. Otherwise, just let those hands hang heavy. If you haven't already done so, lift to your flat back, hands to the low back, and then we'll all release those hands beneath the face. And then begin to walk the hands over to the right foot, coming into lunge here, and then stepping it back, downward dog. Optional vinyasa here, hinging forward and lowering with your breath, or hinge right back to downward dog. And go ahead and hold this downward dog. Just reconnect to your breathing. And let's go ahead and bring that right hand about halfway up the mat, in between where the arm and leg are. Fingertips resting lightly. And you can stay here or reach that right arm towards the left shin, calf, ankle, coming into a downward dog twist. Gazing under that left arm, either way. Slowly returning back to downward dog. And bring that left hand about halfway up the mat. Either staying here or reaching towards that right shin, calf, ankle, foot. Gazing under the right arm. And returning to downward dog. Take a deep bend in both knees, belly towards the thighs, spine still long, and then straighten. And then we'll slowly walk those feet up to meet the hands, coming to fold at the top of your mat. Lifting halfway, flat back, and exhale, fold. Soften into the knees, head is heavy. Inch your way up to standing, stacking vertebrae on vertebrae. Head the last thing to rise, coming into mountain pose. Let's bring the hands to heart center, close the eyes. And then begin to blink the eyes open. Sink into your chair pose. Knees will bend, shins parallel. And start to take a twist to the right. You can stay here. You can extend the arms wide, or with palms touching, bring that left elbow to the right knee. Whatever twist you are taking, make sure those knees stay in line with one another. Keep alignment of the knees and hips, and then work that twist. If your arms are reaching, take up as much space as you can. If the palms are touching, really press them together. Feel opening through the chest. Breathe in, come back to center, straighten the legs, arms reach. Exhale, right back down. Take your twist to the left. Coming back to center, straighten the legs, arms reach. Arms will come wide, leading with the chest, fold forward. Lift halfway. Plant the hand, step the right foot back. Let's drop the back knee, untuck the toes, and hands can stay. They can come to that left knee, or they can reach overhead. Either way, we're keeping the core strong, the back strong, shoulders relaxed, hips sink forward. Take a full breath in here. As you exhale, we're going to straighten the front leg as you sweep those arms back by the sides. We're going to find a fluid movement with that. So breathe in, bend the knees, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, sweep it back. If you prefer to walk the hands forward and back, keeping them grounded, that's fine too. Inhale, bend the knee, maybe sweep those arms up. Exhale, straighten. One more time, inhale, sweep. Exhale, straighten. We'll all bring the hands down to the mat and just fold over that left leg. And then beginning to bend the knee, walk the hands forward. We'll heel toe that left foot over to the right side of the mat, dropping the left knee behind the left wrist. Maybe that right or left foot comes a little closer into the body, settling into our pigeon pose. So if you prefer to take this on the back, you can lie on your back, left ankle over the right knee, or feel free to stay upright, staying on the hands, lowering onto the forearms, maybe utilizing blocks underneath the arms, the forehead, that left hip. Blankets or bolsters or pillows work just as well. And just breathe. And we'll slowly come up onto the hands. Let's go ahead and tuck the back toe under, lift the knee, hinge your way back to a three-legged dog, and then stack left hip on top of right, bending into the knee. Straighten the leg, square off the hip, lower downward dog. Option to stay here or find your vinyasa. Take a bend in the knees, gaze between the hands, walk those feet top of the mat. Big breath in as you sweep the arms overhead, and exhale, fold forward. Lifting flat back, hands come down, step that left foot back. Dropping the back knee, untucking the toes. Maybe staying with those hands on the ground, coming to that right knee, or sweeping them up overhead. So remember, as we move into this next sequence, you can do so with the arms up or with the hands on the ground. We'll all take a breath in. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Either walk the hands back or sweep the arms in line with the ribs. And then inhale, back to your starting position. Exhale, right back. Two more, inhale, sweep it up or walk it forward. Exhale, straighten that front leg and fold. One more time. Exhale, straighten. Hands come down to the mat if you're not already there, and just fold. And then we'll bend that right knee, ground the hands down. We're going to heel toe that right foot over to the left side of the mat, dropping that right knee down. Maybe that right heel comes a little closer into the body. Readjust the legs as you need. You can stay up on the hands, maybe lower, if and when you're ready. And again, if you want to take this recline, go ahead and work your way onto your back. We'll begin to come back up onto those hands. Tucking the back toe under, lifting the knee, hinging your way back to a three-legged dog, and then maybe stacking right hip. And finding downward dog. Option for one final vinyasa, or you can hang out right here. Take the next few breaths just to move. We'll all meet in child's pose whenever you're ready. Once you do find yourself in child's pose, just take time to be still. And then gradually work your way up onto all fours. We're going to come all the way seated here, extending the legs straight out. And we're actually going to bring the feet wide, taking a wide forward fold here. So sitting upright and then beginning to walk those hands down that center line. Focus on leading with the chest. And beginning to bring the hands back up towards the body. Those feet will come together. And hands will come behind you. Maybe fingertips point towards the length of the mat or the top corner. Find a lift to the chest, and you can stay right here, or you can press into the hands, lift the hips, finding an upward plank. And slowly lowering. Bend into the knees. Maybe those hands stay here as you lift the hips or the feet off the mat. You can also support underneath the knees or bring those hands parallel to the ground. Making sure the spine stays nice and long. Just breathe into your boat pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift. Lower halfway and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale all the way onto the back. Stretch the arms overhead, point the toes. And slowly bring those knees in towards the chest. And just rocking a little side to side. Allowing feet to come down to the mat, hands by the sides. We'll come into bridge here. So as you're ready, lifting hips off the mat, and you can just hang out here. If you have something sturdy to place underneath the low back, maybe a bolster, a big pillow, feel free. Maybe wiggle onto those shoulders, find a little bit more of a lift. If wheel is in your practice, you can bring those fingertips towards the ears, or fingertips pointing towards the toes, hands by the ears, lifting straight up, never resting any pressure on the head. And slowly lower those hips down. Extend the legs straight up. So the spine can relax. You can place a blanket, a towel, something underneath the hips. If you want a little bit more of a lift, a little bit more support, roll through the ankles a couple times. then let's take a bend in that left knee. Bring the foot down to the mat. Take hold of the right thigh, shin, ankle, or foot, and just hug in. So the upper body stays relaxed. No strain on the spine, on the neck, or the head. Just getting one last opening through the back of that right leg. And go ahead and straighten that left leg out. Bend into the right knee. And then use the left hand to guide the knee across the body. Coming into a spinal twist. That right hand can come out wide. Maybe a bend in the elbow, finding goalpost arms. Gaze can be up or over opposite shoulder. And just surrendering to the spinal twist. If it's more comfortable, you can feel free to bring that left leg up to meet the right so that both knees are bent in this twist. Just a matter of personal preference there. And wherever you are, go ahead and work your way back to center. Hug the knees into chest, rock side to side, circle the knees. Any movements that feel good on the back here. And then we'll bring that right foot down to the mat. Extend that left leg straight up. And again, taking hold of any part of that leg that you can reach without strain. And straightening that right leg out on the mat. Bend into that left knee. Right hand will guide the left knee across the body. Either staying, or you can bring that right leg up to match the left. You can lessen the bend in the knees if that is more comfortable. And bring the knee back to center. Both feet will come onto the mat here. Keep a bend in the knees. Go ahead and let those knees fall out to either side, bottoms of the feet to touch. Bring the left hand to the chest, right hand to the belly. Close the eyes. And just feel and just listen. Can you listen to the sound of your own breathing? Can you listen to any sounds in the room, maybe outside of the room that you're in? Can you feel your heartbeat? Can you feel your chest and belly rise and sink? Can you feel your hands connected to your body? And take a deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, let it go. And then gently guiding those knees in toward one another. Extend the legs straight out on the mat. Rest the hands wherever they're comfortable on or beside the body. Close the eyes if they're not already closed. And settle into your Savasana, your final relaxation, letting everything go here. For the next few moments, we'll all rest in this place together, in stillness, in silence. And then we'll all rise together when we're done, feeling rested and renewed. So just take this time to do just that. Allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to relax, especially during this unique and a little unsettling time. These little moments of stillness, even if they're challenging, are important. Feel free to let your mind go free. Just try not to engage in any thoughts. If you notice any stories or any judgments coming up, recognize that. Notice what you can do to let that go. Always just returning home to your body, to your breath, no matter where you are, what you're doing. You always have the ability to tap into that, reconnect, and to take this time of stillness. Begin to gently bring your awareness back. Again, just noticing how many of your senses you can become aware of. Maybe deepening the breath. If you would like to stay in this Savasana longer, please feel free to stay here. Or you can begin to wiggle fingers, toes, eventually bending into the knees and making your way to your right side. And then gently propping yourself up to a seated position. The eyes remain closed, and the hands come to heart center. And we'll take one last breath in together. And out together. And I thank you for sharing your practice with me this evening.
Namaste.
Thank you, guys.